How long were you Prime Minister for?
I served as the 10th Prime Minister of Canada in 1921 to 1930 and 1935 to 1948. I was the longest serving Prime Minister in Canadian history.
What party did you represent?
I represented the Liberal Party. I acceded to the leadership position of the party in 1919 and led the party for 29 years.
How did you solve the conscription crisis?
First, I tried to use a vote, but the results came out as I expected. The English wanted conscription and the French did not. So I came up with a compromise, the National Resources Mobilization Bill, which allowed conscription for service at the home.
What was Wartime Prices and Trade Board, and why did you?
I created Wartime Prices and Trade Board so that I could control the economy. I gave the WPTB powers to control inflation so rising prices would not devastate the economy like it had during World War I. The new measures included a wage freeze, a price freeze, and rations.
Where did you go to university?
I earned 5 university degrees. I earned 3 degrees from the University of Toronto. I earned my LLB from Osgoode Hall Law School. I also earned an MA in Political Economy from Harvard. I was granted a PhD for a dissertation on Oriental immigration to Canada from.
When and where did you die?
I died on July 22nd, 1950 at Kingsmere from pneumonia at the age of 75. I am buried in Mount Pleasant Cemetery in Toronto.
Why didn't you support the immigration of Asians to Canada?
I did not support this because I believe that Canada should remain a white man's country and that it is not desirable for economic, social reasons and on a political and national.
Why did you lose the 1930 election?
I lost this election because I was slow to respond to the mounting crisis. The critics said I was out of touch and I carelessly remarked that I do not give a 5-cent piece, and my opposition made my remark a catchphrase.
How did you react when the German Jews came to Canada seeking refuge?
I believed that it was not a Canadian problem, so I ignored their pleas and sent them back to Europe. But between the years of 1933 to 1939, Canada accepted approximately 4,000 German Jews.
What is the Canadian Citizenship Act?
The Canadian Citizenship Act created the notion of Canadian citizens. Before this, Canadians were considered British subjects living in Canada. On January 3rd, 1947, I received Canadian Citizenship Certificate number 0001.